Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. A gardening video today. I'm in the greenhouse. It's really just to let you know what my plans are in here for the coming months. I usually grow some tomatoes and things like that. It's a beautiful day. It's the 1st of May. It's about 17 degrees. And the plants that I've been buying and keeping warm in here, they're doing okay. I don't grow right a lot, I just grow some salad type things. Without further ado, let me show you what we've got. So, I don't grow loads. But this year it's more, the greenhouse is more of a quiet place, a glass man shed, my neighbour calls it. So we've got a pepper. These were all pretty reasonable. I think these were probably the most expensive, but most of them were just about £1.50. Got a cucumber, aubergine, cucumber, Big Jim, pepper, aubergine, didn't realise I bought so many, tomato, another cucumber. I normally grow tomatoes called San Marzano. They're an Italian one. I haven't been able to get them this year. I've left it too late. And I thought I'd try a melon as well in here. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Might end up buying another tomato plant. But yeah, I've got the same compost I use for the olive trees that we did last week. A peat-free compost with some added Johninies. So, without further ado, let's get started. Yeah, as I say, I normally grow the San Marzano, but I left it too late to buy them. They're Italian and they're the ones that most pastas are made out of, and I do enjoy growing them, but I've decided to leave it this year, and I'm going to buy some seeds next year and actually grow them from seeds. So I've only got 3 tomato plants, so I do this is as much as I really grow my own, but it's lovely because there's nothing nicer in the summer than coming out and getting some fresh tomatoes and a fresh cucumber and fresh pepper for your dinner. I've also got some rocket growing this year. I'm going to put that into a pot. I'm not going to fill these too much because I don't know how much, how far the soil's going to go. I've got about eight of these to do. I know people grow them in grow bags. I don't have massive success. I'm quite successful. I did last year with the aubergines and what have you. So let's start off with Tomato Cocktail Crush, an outstanding cordon type for growing in the greenhouse or outside. Loves full sun, where it will get a constant supply of delicious sweet, where you will get a constant supply of delicious sweet and tangy medium-sized fruits. The only trouble with this greenhouse is it's not really in such a sunny site. But if we get a nice summer, I tend to put them outside. Anyway, there is a part of my garden that's in full sun, so a bit early to put them out at the moment here in the north because of we might get frosts right up to the end of May. So there you go. That's the first one. Just put them to one side and then sort them all out after. That's tomato sweet aperitif. Extremely popular, high yielding variety producing sweet red cherry fruits. Requires support. Pinch outside shoots. Got these a couple of weeks ago and they were tiny little things. They're doing okay. Bought a couple of cucumbers, they died. I think it's just been too cold. I did water them as well, so maybe too cold and too wet. But the forecast here for this next week or so is about 18-20 degrees. So this might not seem a lot of soil, but as long as you feed them regularly, by the end of the summer they'll be up to the top of the greenhouse and they'll be covered in fruit. It's two done. So keep count of how many pots we get done per bag of soil, because we've only got 2 bags of soil and a half bag of old compost that's been lying around. I did have an allotment a few years ago. I sort of regret I had to give it up. I was quite busy with various things and couldn't do it justice. So I gave it up, but they're a great thing if you can get one. But I get enough pleasure now out of just doing this. I really do. It's, try not to pack the greenhouse out too much, still leave room to sit. I'm putting this, I've got some canes with me, but I'm not putting them in until they start growing. But I'm putting them in. I bought this one today. It's a bit of a weak affair, so you might need tying up. Tomato Shirley, heavy cropping, disease resistant tomato, producing lovely juicy red fruits with excellent flavour. A reliable favourite will require support. Well, it does already. But I mean, these were £1.50 that I bought today. They're great value. And if for like 6 weeks in the summer you're not paying for tomatoes or cucumbers, they'll, I mean, I don't know if they'll pay for themselves once you bought the compost, but you also get the pleasure of growing them, don't you? There we go. Yeah, that's it's not a very strong one, but I wasn't sure how much longer they'd have tomatoes in at the garden centre, so I thought I'd get it. I do struggle with cucumbers. As I say, I bought a couple this year. Cucumber Pony Mini, heavy cropping with green crisp fruits, convenient for a single serving, ideal for containers or the greenhouse, provide support. I've had to replace 2 that died. That seem to take a bit of getting going, but once they do, they've probably been my most successful thing that I've grown in the greenhouse. And these probably give me the biggest thrill. You come in and there's cucumbers, and you think, yeah, I've grown that in 2 months. Oh, blimey. I don't know where they're all going. We're up to 6 pots already. So that bag did 5. Right, I'll be back in a second. So whether you grow them in the greenhouse or you move them outside in the summer, they'll need regular watering, because this pot is their life support system. So it needs pretty regular watering, and at least some feed at least once a week. So cucumber fem spot. What on earth are you supposed to read that? An old favourite, an early cropping all-female cucumber. These plants need heat to get the best results and are better suited to indoor growing in a greenhouse. This is one of the new ones that I bought today. I'll come back to you in a couple of months. I'll show you whether I've had any success or not, give you an update. Seven, I count 7 on the 7 in front of me. Another cucumber, mini Passandra. I like these small ones. They're small mini. I'm sorry folks, I don't think. An early female hybrid, medium figure with very little side branching. Can't really read that one. It's got quite dark. Looks like it might be going to rain. Cucumber mini Passandra. As I say, I'll give them a few days and then put some stakes in them. Just need to get the roots down at the moment, don't they? Couple of aubergines now. I've got 3 aubergines left, 2 chili peppers, and the cantaloupe melon. Now the aubergines, I've had varied success. I like growing them for the same reason I like growing the are they called aubergines all around the world? I'm not sure if they are. That's an aubergine. They're called eggplants in some places. Anyway, I like growing them because they're a bit exotic. They're not something you normally see in the north of England. And for the first 2 or 3 years I grew them, it was a bit of a disaster, but then the year before last, we had that summer here where it was like 40. It was like 36 for days and days and weeks, and then a couple of days it was 40, and they grew brilliantly. But then last year they grew a bit better as well, and I made some. I know you can make, what is it you make? Moussaka. And I made some. One of my neighbours had a recipe for like a pesto, like a garlicky pesto, made with them, which I had on toast, which was delightful. So I bought 2 of the same by the looks. They're not a named variety. The glossy fruits of the aubergine or eggplant, there you go, ripening from midsummer, are an essential ingredient of moussaka. They may also be cooked in the same way as marrows. think that's right. Somebody told me that you can stuff them. This tender plant is best grown against a wall in a greenhouse or conservatory. As I say, it's the only place in the garden I could put this greenhouse, and it doesn't get like hours of direct sun. It's like a couple of hours in the morning, a couple in the afternoon. But if we get the year that I had a lot of success with them, the year before last, you know, it was like the Mediterranean was the weather, so I just put them outside and they thrived. So if we have a nice summer, I'll do that. Right guys, now the peppers I've tended to put in these smaller pots. Maybe they might be too small. I can always move them. Can't I? I grew the Scotch bonnet last year, never used it, and it wasn't very successful, so I've got another aubergine. So I just bought that today. I might leave that in this pot for a while because it's actually looking quite sickly. I was in two minds whether to buy it, to be honest. They all looked and seen better days. But yeah, this year I've just gone for two chilies. This one, a hot addition to a range of dishes, easily grown at home in the summer garden or patio or in the greenhouse. Keep constantly moist, feed as liquid feed instructions. Fertile soil or grow bags in the greenhouse. So, Big Jim, new Mexican pepper, Big Jim. Go. So I have found previously that these size pots are okay for the peppers, to be honest. Cheyenne chili pepper. Dwarf variety suitable to be grown in pots, hanging baskets. Numerous bright green fruits ripen to orange. Wash hands well after use, can cause extreme irritation to eyes. And again, I sometimes use them in cooking, but often I just grow peppers really for fun, as much as anything. Okay, so I've got half a bag of soil left. Let's see if we can do this. Great idea for sauces if you need them for your greenhouse. These are the little sachets of dog food. I think cat food comes in the same. I sometimes have hundreds of them, then when I finish with them just put them in the recycling. So this isn't ideal because it's some old compost I have laying around, but I don't want to waste it. So I think it started off as a seed compost. So we'll put the, it doesn't look so good actually. I think it's been a bit cold. I thought we'd grow the cantaloupe melon in here and maybe put it high up and then trail it around the edge. I'll show you once I've got it, but it doesn't look so healthy. I'll have to see. No, it doesn't look so healthy, that. See how it goes. Okay guys, I'll go wash my hands and come back to you in a few minutes. I'm back with you, and now the difficult bit. I try not to overdo it anymore with plants, because as I say, I like this place to sit in, not to have overrun with plants, but there's a bit of arranging needs to go on. So bear with me while I try and figure out where to put everything. This was the melon, wasn't it? Yeah. Don't really have many big saucers. I tend to use these. I think that's going to die. Doesn't look at all well. probably a bit of rearranging as the summer progresses. Yeah. There you go, folks. I think I must have accidentally knocked the video off. But we've sort of got everything in. Peppers there. I've got all the melon, cucumber, aubergine, and then here we've got tomato, aubergine, cucumber. Don't know if you remember in an earlier video we put these leaves in here in the middle of the winter, the succulent leaves, and just left them on the dry soil, and they're making plants. It's just filled with new plants. And then the likes of this, you just take out, and this, you take out, and this, you just take out and pot up. Anyway, I'll just need a couple of saucers for the peppers, and then we'll give everything a watering. Okay guys, so that's it for today. Just a bit of watering to do. And as I said earlier, it's very important to get all the whole life, really, apart from the sun, comes from this one pot. Got that little aubergine that's looking a bit sickly, still to do. And I've got the rocket, which is at the back there. I'm going to put that into a clay pot, put it by the back door, and go out and pick rocket leaves whenever we need them. These are coleus, what you buy in the garden centre. I'm hoping they're going to grow a bit. I'm going to move them into the sun because they're nice as bedding plants. They can go in pots. And as I said, I don't know if you heard me, but the 3 aspidistras I've got left from when I divided my aspidistra, I'm going to put them into the bedding as well to add a bit of foliage. But for now, I'm going to finish this watering, and I'll be back with you tomorrow when I've bought some more compost, just to finish those last couple of jobs. So, see you tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, so it's the next day. If you remember, I ran out of compost yesterday. Just had a couple of little bits of planting still to do. We had this quite sickly looking aubergine that I bought, still to plant up. So usually go for the peat-free compost these days, but I'm afraid I was guilty of just getting the first one that I could get my hands on yesterday because I was in a bit of a rush. So I just got a regular multi-purpose compost. be interesting actually to see how it does. It's because it's by the same company, but all the other composts were peat free and this one's not. See if it makes any difference in growing them. Anyhow, there you go. Make room for that at the end there. As I said yesterday, I'll probably have a little bit of a sort out in here. In the weeks to come, I'll put that with the others. A bit of water. So that's it for my planting. I haven't got as many tomatoes as I wanted. Tomato, aubergine, cucumber, aubergine, cantaloupe melon. I'd say it's 50-50 whether it's going to die or not. Cucumber, aubergine, 2 peppers there. The other job I was going to do, the tray on the left, that's some rocket I grew from seed. So that's the rocket I've grown. Mr. Fothergill's wild rocket. Quite sure how I'm going to do this. I'm not quite sure how long it'll last, but I think you should just be able to come out and cut the leaves, have them in your salad. It should just keep growing. So I was hoping to do it something like going to work how I was going to do it. I've never actually done this before, so this is a bit of an experiment. I suppose you could have taken them all out individually and transplanted them all, but I'm probably being a bit lazy. And I'm sort of hoping it just all grows as like a clump. Yeah, something like that. Maybe not my best experiment, but I will let you know how it goes. Yeah, I mean, they're ready to eat. Yeah, let's rock it. So there you go, guys. It's raining as well, so that's cool. Let's go move it to its final resting place. There you go. So thanks for watching, guys. It's a bit long-winded. It took me 2 days to do it in the end, but I've got the greenhouse now planted up with salad crops for this year, plus the salad crop that was growing, the rocket, that's outside getting rained on. So thanks for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like what you see on the channel, do consider subscribing. But for now, as I seem to be quite a lot this spring here in the greenhouse, I'll say thanks for watching and cheerio.